It's Lucy from Ballyhoo Creations. In this video I'll show you how to make a yarn wig for a cloth doll. I've got a doll head already made up. I'm using some mohair yarn that I got from A Child's Dream, which is really nice to work with, and I've got a piece of card cut out of like a cereal box, and this one is 5.5 inches long. You can cut it whatever size you want depending on the length of the doll hair. I'm wrapping this around 30 times for this one. I think I would use less next time. You just play it by ear and see how thick you want that wig for your doll head. And I just slide it off of the card, and I'm going to just see how I want to put it on the doll's head. And I'm going to clip the ends. So I've got all of these strands, and I'm using a piece of tearaway stabilizer underneath. You could use paper if you needed to. Put that right in the middle. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I just want to make sure that I've got the length pretty correct. I want it to go from the doll's forehead down to the nape of the neck. So you want to adjust your strands. And then I took it to the machine. I start in the middle, I sew up all the way to the other edge and then back to the middle. That way my loose threads are in the middle, and then just tear away the excess. Comes off really clean. I like to fold that front edge over, and actually under, and see how it's going to fit on the doll head. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to glue the seam that I did there, that part for the doll's wig. And I'm using Fabri-Tac for this. You could use any fabric glue, but I like the Fabri-Tac because it dries nice and clear. So I'm folding that under and then just putting it onto the doll's head, press it in place, and that glue will set up pretty quickly. Then I come back and I do the same thing. I like to cover the side seam with a bead of glue to make sure that the seam gets covered, and then I put a little extra glue on the back of the head. Then just pull that hair over it and hold it in place for a little bit until it sets up and it'll grab on. Same thing on the other side. Cover the side seam, cover the back of the head, and then pull it over, hold it for a few seconds until the glue kind of grabs onto the hair. Then I'm going to let that dry, and after it's set up a little bit, I'll come back and do the braids. You could do any kind of hairstyle you want. You could leave it loose, you could put ponytails in, you could tie it up into buns, any kind of hairstyle you can think of. If you wanted to leave it loose, when you glue it down, you'd want to have the hair kind of laying down over the neck in the middle, but I pulled it off to the sides because I knew I would be doing braids. And I'm just using a child size elastic to tie off the braid there. You can use those for ponytails or any other hairstyle they're using. And then if the braids or whatever you're doing is uneven at the end, you can clip. Just use your scissors to trim the hair, give them a haircut. So she's all done, and here's the finished doll head with the braids. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, and check out the other videos I have on making doll hair, as well as all of the embroidery and doll patterns I have at ballyhoocreations.com.